Hey, everybody. Welcome. I have an amazing guest here. You probably all know she doesn't need any introduction by me, but Allie from Allie's Tarot is here today, and we are going to do a little reading, each of us, for the collective. So I hope you enjoy this. Hi, Allie.
Hey, MJ. Thanks for inviting me to do this.
Sure, absolutely.
Long time coming.
Right. For real. I mean, I think we might have met a few years ago, right? And so this has been a while that we haven't done this together, but
pretty much.
Well, I'm going to invite you to go first and do a reading for those watching, and then I'll follow up with a reading, and we'll see where we go.
All right, awesome. So let's get this going. Hold on. Let me get in the groove of it. Okay.
All right.
There it is. Shake it off.
Shake it out, baby.
Let's see. For the collective, what's going on? For those of you that do tarot, I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross spread, which is fairly known to everybody. So let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. And I usually, the way I do it, I pull a first round of cards, then I go through them, and then I clarify a little bit. All right, the overall energy for the reading would be the Page of Pentacles. So we're definitely in a learning curve, apparently, because we're all, basically this represents the student. So we're open to learning. We're in that phase of maybe riled up at times, but still open to learning. So that's good that we have that to our advantage. Let's see what's happening in the reading. Starting off the reading, you get the 10 of Wands crossed by the 6 of Cups. Yeah, I know. A painful situation, usually with painful, hard. It's hard to deal with people, with soul connections of all kinds. Basically, there could be one in particular that you're having a difficult time with, but I feel like it's an overall kind of a mixing of energies in soul families, within soul families. And if that's difficult, imagine what it's doing outside of soul families. But there's definitely a sense of difficulty here. Not too much, I would say. It's not like, oh my God, I can't deal with this. But there's a little bit of, it's tough at times. In your focus, though, you're working on it. As I said, it's tying up to the Page of Pentacles. You're open to learning and to work on it. In the recent past, a little riled up, which, okay, a little passionate, a little fiery, I mean, if you look at it from the perspective of what we've all been through, I kind of, I could get the sense that we're all coming from a period of time of, and we're settling down into more grounding energies. In your strength here shows up commitment. We all need that, right? We all need a sense of committing to someone, to something, to, okay, I need the stable ground that I feel like it's coming into a solid, stable ground. The energy is starting to settle down here, which is quite nice. In the immediate future, the Knight of Swords, action. People are starting to move in a particular direction, possibly from the lessons learned. Then you go and apply, right? Move. The supportive energy here, you get the 9 of Cups. That's beautiful because it's a sense of balance. It's a sense of we need to get back to ourselves. We need to get back into balance. The energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, the 7 of Swords. Kind of still trying to run away from things at times, kind of still trying to be like, I'll do this, but I may want to cheat at times. I may want to go around some lessons here, which we'll see where that takes us. In your hopes and fears, the King of Cups, lots of love here. Lots of love showing up. And in the potential outcome, the King of Swords. Now this to me represents balance, right? The emotional balance right here, and that perfect balance that I see into these two kings right here. So we're getting there. Now let's clarify, because that's when it gets fun. Let's see.
That 7 of Swords worries me.
Does it?
Yeah.
I know, it's cheating time.
I know. I don't know. No.
You
Lying
want to
to
cheat
yourself. Lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself.
Yeah. Why not? But the energy is beautiful. That's present. And then comes the human free will and it's like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Let's see, for the Page of Pentacles. We got the High Priestess, the Nine of Wands, the Three of Pentacles. It's that sense of collaboration again that's shown up throughout the reading, you know, reaching out to people, working with people. There's still some rejection to that a little bit, even though intuitively I feel like we're being guided there to regroup almost. But there's still a little bit of, yeah, I don't know if I should trust. I don't know if, I mean, again, taking it back to the real world out there, right? What we've been through. After this much time isolated, it's kind of difficult. You go out there and you look outside and you're like, oh, should I trust taking another step towards this person or should I not? You know, so it kind of makes sense here. We'll see if it shows up in the reading in a deeper way. I'm getting the Seven of Swords here with that a little bit, but let's see. Let's see here. For the Ten of Wands, you get the Three of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. Eight of Pentacles. Interesting. You got the Seven of Pentacles in your focus. The desire to work is there. The pain is kind of holding us back, basically. The pain still holds us back at times. But I feel like this somehow overcomes that in terms of, even though it's painful at times and it's like we want to kick ourselves for what we're going through, we're still going to pull through this. You know, it's that kind of an energy that comes to me. So even when it's difficult, I still see the energy of let's push through, you know. Now let's see, and I still get the sense of, because then it's crossed by the Six of Cups, I still see that sense of togetherness, of working together, you know, as a team here with, oh man. I love clarifying things because then it's like in your face. I'm like, what am I going to do with this? For the Six of Cups, you get the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Five of Pentacles. All right. So definitely love, but that fear of opening up fully, you know, and accepting it. I feel like that's the issue for the most part, because we have to keep ourselves in that place of, yeah, I love love, then I would love to have love, but at the same time, I'm kind of scared of it. Not opening up fully. I don't see it as a big issue though. I'm very forgiving, I think, with energies. I'm like, I don't think that's a big issue for right now. When they show up like blasting me in the face, I'm not forgiving anymore. I'm like, okay, it's a problem. So now it's not showing up like that. Let's do the Seven of Pentacles in your focus. Ace of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. It's like one day at a time kind of an energy that shows up here. You know, we're doing the best we can, just moving forward and working with these energies as they come. Again, I don't feel yet that fear is taking over. What's taken over for me, at least as an overall energy, is pushing through even when it gets hard, which is quite nice that I see that here. For the Knight of Wands in the recent past, the Strength card, the Eight of Swords, the Page of Wands. Well, coming from a place of doubt of self, basically, because I see the Page of Wands tied up to the Eight of Swords, and then it's like, let me overcome that and let me show up in the Knight of Wands. So that to me is progress. You're starting from a place of, I really want to do something, and then I don't know if I'm good enough, I don't know if I should, I don't know, and then, oh, you know what, let me do it, because you won't know if you don't do it, and then you do, and then you grow. As to the Four of Wands.
I like that one step at a time thing, one step at a time.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's coming through a lot in this reading. So there's bumps in the roads here and there, but overall there's that sense of, you know what, we're pushing through. Now for the Four of Wands, the Five of Swords, the Empress, and the Lovers. Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, because I feel like that talks a lot about our feminine energy, all of us, in terms of, you know, as most of you know by now, there's feminine and masculine energy within all of us. And there's a little bit of distortion there that I see in the feminine. Now, the bigger picture of what the feminine brings to the table is that caring, nurturing, loving aspect within a commitment, within a connection. There's something distorted about that. Now, how sure are you? But I've already gone through this in this reading, where we're not allowing ourselves to be fully open. So I feel like that's where it is, a little bit of that. How sure are you you're showing up fully in the love that you put out there, right? There's, I love yous left and right. Do you actually mean it? Do you actually feel it? That's the thing with that. There's something in terms of our feminine energy showing up a little deceiving, a little liar, pants on fire. You know,
that's interesting, because the Mars and Saturn conjunction, right? Because Mars is the masculine and Saturn is like, sit down, boy, sit down, right? So
exactly. Yep. Kind of not that great of an energy, I gotta admit. Not that great to feel.
Right.
For the Knight of Swords, in the immediate future, you get the Three of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Death card. Yeah, this is kind of like no more waiting. We're good to go. You know, for me, in the way that it shows up here, especially with the Knight of Swords taking the lead, it feels like we've been waiting for such a long time to take action. And it's like, I'm done waiting. So this is the time to move that shows up in here. Nice. I like this energy.
Despite challenge. That's good.
Let's do the Nine of Cups. For the supportive energies, the Six of Cups, the King of Cups, the Five of Cups. Seriously. I don't think I've seen this in a reading for quite some time. Where I feel like the masculine is showing up more in that loving aspect than the feminine. Not that one is better than the other or one love is better than the other. It's the way that they show up in these energies of love, especially. Which I feel like with the Five of Cups, I feel like almost like a role reversal. Like, okay, things are shifting a little bit here. Whereas the feminine held that torch, and now it almost feels like it's the masculine. He doesn't hold the torch, but he's showing up in truth. So it kind of feels like that to me, which is quite interesting. But it's bringing in some sort of emotional balance here somehow. When one is up, the other one is down. It's like, come on, I'll lift you up. Huh, interesting. Now let's go to this little bugger right here with the Seven of Swords and the hidden energies. The Knight of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Two of Pentacles. I'm looking at the recent past because that's where the Knight of Wands showed up. There's still that doubt in self here a little bit, but it's not acknowledged much. There's still a little bit of something going on there, but it's like, yeah, I'm not. It's like me telling someone, hey, you know, you're not being honest about something. And they're like, yeah, I am. What are you talking about? And they actually believe it. But a little part of them know that no, they're not. They're kind of BSing. So it's not taking accountability, basically, for that lack of self-worth, because nobody wants to do that. Who would do that in their right mind, right? So it's kind of like there's still a little bit of that there, and it's okay if there is. It's not gonna, you know, back you up in your journey or in your, it's okay if it's still there. It's a matter of recognizing it. It's like running away from it, not wanting to look at it at all. Like, no, it's no, denial, complete denial of it, which is still here. And it's okay if it is. For some reason, we just don't want to assume it. Let's do the King of Cups. I got goosebumps. For the King of Cups, you get the Three of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Tower. Now that's a tower right there, but it's a good one, I feel like. Because it's like exactly what I said previously, right? The masculine is showing up in there, and it's kind of not even offering the hand to the feminine. It's kind of like an instant, okay, I'll help you up. I'll help you up here. So I feel like that's what's kind of going on in here. And it's coming in as a big surprise, because like it's usually the feminine that pulls the masculine into the love. So it's like, what is going on?
For real. That's cool.
It's really cool.
That is cool.
I love this tower. I love towers like these.
It's a good tower, man. It's a good tower.
Yeah. So the King of Swords. In the potential outcome, the Ace of Wands, the Star, the Five of Wands. Yeah. I mean, it's a good energy. It's going after what you desire. It's going after your dreams and all of that. It's the manner that you do it. You know, like don't cut left and right for you to get there. You know, be a little considerate, because at times it may make sense that you're doing this to get what you want, but it may create some ickety energies, especially for you, let alone for everybody involved. But it's just tone it down a little and open up your heart a little more in that energy to basically help you to get where you want to, you know. So it's a good energy. It's a very determined energy, but it could come at a cost, you know, of conflict here if you don't pay attention to it, if you force it too much. And let me see what the universe has, because I always ask the universe at the end, like, is this for real? What's happening here? Like, let's see. And the universe spoke with a little bit of a card vomit. Yeah, a little bit of a card vomit. I usually do like 3, but it gave me 5. The World card, 7 of Wands, the Hangman, the Death card, the 4 of Pentacles. World card, Death card, all of that going on, and a lot of stubbornness. Something is coming to a close. A big cycle is coming to a close, because throughout this reading, I felt the shift into something brand new, definitely. But I feel like even though the universe is kind of giving me the cards of, oh, this feels nasty, I feel like the nasty part has kind of passed. It's like you're at the end of the nasty part, stepping into the new. You know, there's still a little bit of resistance in terms of should I let that part go? Should I not? Should I? But at the same time, there's also stubbornness for this cycle to freaking end. It's like, okay, it's time. So it's kind of cool. It's like the universe came at me like, okay.
I totally love that.
Yeah. So
there you go. All right, my friend. Thank you for that.
MJ, you got the table.
All right, let's see where we go here. I am going to use an oracle deck, and I will use my regular spread. Sometimes it's past, present, and future, and sometimes it's me, them, and us. So we'll see what shows up here. For those watching, please. For those watching. Gates of Triumph. I like that. Answering the call, another gate of triumph there. Answering the call. And overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. So a little bit of a start stop or something. I mentioned the Mars and Saturn conjunction, which is early in April. And I feel like there is this feeling of like, okay, I'm like almost there. I can see it. I can, I'm opening the door for it. And then there's a little bit of like a setback. Okay, so Mars and Saturn in conjunction, so they're like right on top of each other, means it's like driving with the parking brake on. So just so you know, there's going to be a little bit of that, but don't let that distract you. It's sort of part of the energy of what's going on right now. I don't think it's about like testing your metal or anything like that. I don't think you need to worry that the universe is, you know, trying to see if you'll stick it out. But I think the call is to stick it out. I think that's, you know, kind of goes along with what you're saying, Allie, that you need to, you know, if you're going to have this call, all right, if you're going to do this calling, if you're going to be part of this calling, I don't think it can all be fairy dust and unicorns right now. I think it does need to be a little bit more overcoming issues. And there's something about that like creates self-confidence when you've done something and you've overcome something, you know, you can do it again. You know, you have the ability, you have all the tools you need, create whatever mantra you want around it, but like, that's the key. Ace of Pentacles underneath. I love that. I love that. 10 of Cups, beautiful. Devil energy, yeesh, showing up a lot these days. Queen of Pentacles here. Hanged Woman. This is the Monday Mystic deck. Hanged Woman, Ace of Wands right in the middle. So this is like right now when you're watching this, the timing card is like right now. High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune, 5 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, that nasty 5 of Pentacles. We shouldn't play favorites, but it is, you know, not my favorite. So I'm going to say here that this does feel a little bit like, I'm going to start here. This feels a little bit like down is up. All right. So the Hanged Woman and the Ace of Wands and the High Priestess, like, you know, the next thing to do, but it's like counterintuitive. All right. It's counterintuitive. It's the opposite of what you would think. So some of you might be staying in a situation out of obligation. Some of you may be staying in a situation that was once good, but has changed. So even could be career. This is Capricorn energy here. It could be something around money or something around your, how you spend your days, how you spend your time. I think this is a rethinking of that. How do I want to spend my days? Because you're being offered the Ace of Pentacles, which is really nice. So there's a new beginning sort of starting to bubble up. And there's a choice here that to walk through that door, even though there's obstacles, it's sort of like, what's that saying about like a good day of, a bad day of fishing beats a good day of work or something like that. Like that, that's a little bit what I think here is that I'd rather walk through the door to go toward my future and have obstacles because I know I can overcome them rather than staying in this place that has me stuck. I just don't want to do that anymore. You know, I want to move on from this. I want to, there's a lot of new energy here, the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. That's really beautiful. And the Wheel of Fortune here. Now, here's the thing, like right out the gate, literally out the gate, I feel like there will be a step back, like right away. And so this whole thing of like, you told me I could do it and I've done it before and why did this happen? But at the same time, I just want you to be like, oh, I see. This is now I'm on a higher level of consciousness. So I'm being asked to put into play a lot of the tools that I have. It's not just about the same old thing, you know, like playing a video game. You gotta get to the next level. You can't continue to play level 5, even though it's fun and comfortable. You need to keep going. And, you know, the ruby sword and the little boots aren't going to hack it up here. Like you've got to get the big sword and you got to get the better tools. Okay. And you have the capability here to do that. The Wheel of Fortune is just pushing you forward. Okay. So walk through that gate. And I do feel like it does even out. This Knight of Wands is forward movement. That's really good. But at first you're going to feel like, uh-oh, is this correct? Is this what I really wanted to do? I thought it was going to be easier than this. And if you think that, that's probably not true. But let me clarify the 5 of Pentacles here. 5 of Pentacles, so Page of Pentacles, that's the lifelong learner. King of Cups showing up again here. 3 of Wands and the Ace of Cups. All right, my darlings, we have 3 aces here. So this is brand new energy coming through. It's a little, you know, wobbly because it's not like welcoming you in. The first thing you're gonna have to do, this sort of reminds me, this Three of Wands reminds me of that weird TV show where they jump from one thing to another. It's like some kind of weird physical game show and people fall into the water and it's crazy. But like you're learning the new course, you're learning the new obstacles, you're learning, right? Page of Pentacles here. And I feel like this is calling for you with this Ace of Cups. I feel like this is calling for you to really open your heart more. And that's where some courage is going to come from. Open that, you know, don't be closed off, because I think that makes you smaller. And that's not what we're doing here. This is a big stage. You're likely leveling up in terms of your level of consciousness. There can be someone, oh, okay. So the cool thing here for me is there is somebody on the other side, but you kind of have to fight for it. You're not going to just be handed this. And that might feel like a little bit of a betrayal. You might feel like, oh, the universe kind of like, you know, a little carrot and stick here and making me walk through this door. And then I kind of get clobbered, but it's temporary. Okay. It's temporary. So please don't worry about that. I feel like that's just something that is part of the deal, is part of the learning. Like you've got to use all your tools. You've got to, you know, it's not going to be the same old, same old. This is a level up kind of a thing. So let me look at blocks here. I do see Capricorn and Sag and Pisces and Cancer here. So there might be some kind of message there for you. Two of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. I think this is like, I just thought showing up, I would get everything. Like, I didn't really realize that I had to balance myself a little bit more. I had to dip into my intuitive sense more. That's one of my tools. No one was going to hand this to me, but eventually I become this Six of Pentacles man who's being generous to other people. Once I learn and once I move through this next phase and I'm victorious, which I believe you will be. This does feel like you have all the tools you need. We're giving you some new tools and all of that. So this can be around relationship. It could be around work or anything. It's just kind of testing your mettle and how you are able to handle when things come at you. How do you handle it? What does it look like? Okay. Knight of Wands, again, moving forward. Yep. There's that Five of Swords. Okay. So this is almost like you might feel like the universe is against you, or that people are against you, or like, this is a joke, right? Like, why is this happening? Why are these obstacles showing up so much? But I think instead of like pulling the drama card here, the Queen of Wands, I think the job is really to get yourself much more balanced. Instead, really be anchored by this Queen of Pentacles. So take care of yourself when you need to, allow this to unfold, allow a new chapter to start, and be confident in that you have succeeded in the past. You really have. So messages to you from your higher self. Page of Wands, Ace of Swords. I believe we have all the aces now. Ace of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. This really, I think this is the one tool that you didn't have, which is purpose. Purpose, truth. What am I fighting for? Why am I doing this? Why am I moving forward? Because when you have real purpose, when you have your why, when you know why you're doing something or what the next phase is about, then you're like, oh, okay, I have my bearings. I understand. I got a roadmap now. And that's what it is. It's a roadmap. Your truth is your roadmap. So when someone comes at you and tries to mess with you or whatever, you have the tools, you have the ability to be like, nope, this is what I'm doing. I'm moving forward, regardless of this one step forward, two step back kind of thing. I'm not going to get confused. I'm healing my confusion about this. I realize that this is a leveling up. And so I'm on board. Okay. Well, now you have the Ace of Swords. That makes me so happy that you have all the tools. All the tools. All right. Where are we going here? Eight of Wands. Eight of Cups, Six of Cups. There's your Six of Cups and King of Cups that showed up in that reading. So you know, this looks a little bit like it starts out with love and it ends with love, but in the middle, there's all this like, there might be a lot of fighting amongst yourself, right? About like, this seems like really hard. So if this is a love relationship, there could be a big obstacle. This person could be living in another country, or this person there's some kind of obstacle. I don't really believe it's any kind of third party stuff. I think this is really just, you might be fighting it a little bit because it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be, you know, right out, everything's perfect. And so don't think that shows you, don't think that says, oh, you don't belong here. That just says, hey, you're leveled up. So like, show us what you got. How much do you want this? How much do you want this? And I do feel like, because there's the Six of Cups, these are two of my favorite cups cards. There's plenty of self-love going into this. There's plenty of mutual attraction here, mutual love. This is not this is all about fighting for love, I feel. And this is a spiritual connection, 8 of Wands and the 8 of Cups there. The information coming in about, okay, now I know why I'm doing this. This person does love me back and I love them. So, okay, so now we're going to fight together. All right. There's something about that. And you can look at it like a fight. The Ace of Swords makes me feel like that. Or you could be like, you know, this reminds me of King Arthur, where they pull the sword out of the stone and only the king can pull it out of the stone. That's what I feel like this is. Like, you know, you have to kind of go through a lot to get to the place where you can pull that sword out of the stone. And that is your truth. You're able to be now in a love relationship, in a situation that's totally honest, that's fully honest, fully above board, no secrets, nothing like that. I'm not seeing anything like that. In your past, there might have been relationships like that where there's secrets and stuff. And so this is a departure. It's a different way of doing things. And that might feel a little weird to you, but I promise you, I feel like you're going to feel so much satisfaction from being able to wield all of your tools in a healthy way, which is beautiful. Your 111-year-old self. I am a galactic starseed blooming and soul giraffe. Soul giraffe is about getting the big picture. This is all about perspective, right? Seeing things in a big way, seeing the whole roadmap, being able to understand. Your ancestors are with you, guides are with you, and this is a time of blooming, which I really love. That you know, you're sort of coming out of a situation that might have been stagnant or stuck, and now there's real love that's a possibility. I like it. Cool. Well, thank you, Allie, for being here today. This is so fun. I love talking to you and seeing you again. And thanks for doing the reading, and have a lovely day.
Thanks for having me. And yeah, see you later.
See you later. Bye, Allie.
Bye.